Now, Andrea, a lot of people put a lot of time into thinking about, what their dream retirement is going to look like. And of course, once you finally get to retirement, the other part of that is understanding how are you going to pay for it for the rest of your life. Now, we know, Andrea, retirement doesn't come with any guarantees, but what I do know, Andrea, is that a sound retirement roadmap is an excellent way to make sure that you can reach the retirement goals that you have set for yourself. So in today's short educational video, Andrew, what we're going to cover are 3 crucial questions that you're going to need to ask yourself to make sure that your retirement plans do not get derailed. So stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And the reason we've created these educational videos is to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, Andrea. And we do this by incorporating a team of strategic partners ranging from certified financial analysts, certified financial planners, estate attorneys, insurance advisors, and other needed professionals to help us build a holistic and comprehensive roadmap that's going to let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For specialized strategies on how to maximize your retirement income, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
So, Andrew, when approaching your retirement years, I mentioned in the beginning that there are 3 crucial questions that you're going to need to ask yourself in order to make sure that your retirement can stay on track. Now, we are going to cover those 3 questions today in our short educational video, but before we do that, there are always 2 rules that we give to make sure that your retirement stays on track. And Andrew, what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
Great. So let's go ahead and talk about these 3 important questions that you need to really try to analyze for yourself. So first, Andrew, barring any unforeseen circumstances, how long do you expect your retirement to last?
I would think forever.
Well, forever is a very long time. And of course, if you actually could plan for forever, you absolutely could not make a mistake in planning for your retirement longevity. But a typical retirement, is going to last on average anywhere between 25 and 30 years. So the question is, how do you make sure that you have enough in place to foresee that time frame without actually running out of money? So let me go ahead and share my slide with you real quick and talk about the longevity factor of your retirement. So let's go ahead and talk about longevity as it pertains to your retirement. If we look back about a century ago, the average life expectancy for most people was about age 50. So 50 years was the average life expectancy about a century ago, basically the 1930s, 1940s, 50s, and so forth. Now, if we fast forward to today, the average life expectancy for most people now is going to be between the age of 78 to age 80, actually. And then you're looking at 1 out of 3 males who are actually in their 50s today have a chance to live to age 90. 1 out of 2 females in their 50s today have a chance to live to age 90. And if you are a married couple, a 65-year-old couple, your life expectancy goes up even more. There's a 50% chance that one of you will actually live to the age of 92. So you really have to understand how to get yourself protected for the longevity factor when it comes to your retirement. So as you can see, your retirement can last a very, very long time, and you want to make sure that you have things in place to cover that. So the second thing that you're really going to want to ask yourself, Andrew, is how much is retirement going to cost me? Because when you retire, you actually don't become somebody new. You may still have your pets, you may still have your home, you're going to still like to travel, you're going to like to go to the spa and all those other great things that you were doing before retirement. But it's really important to understand that for the most part, many retirees will need anywhere between 70 to even as high as 90% of their pre-retirement income in order to make sure that they can sustain their normal way of living. So if you're thinking about the cost of your retirement, the first thing you're going to want to look at is that, do I have enough in place in order to meet anywhere between 70 to 90% of what I was earning before I actually retired? So the last question that you must ask yourself, and this is really the big one, is where will your retirement income come from? That is huge, Andrew, because a lot of people make a mistake of thinking that when they retire, they can rely on one source of income. Maybe Social Security, maybe from their 401k, maybe from a part-time job. But you certainly have to understand, no matter who you are and what you're trying to accomplish in retirement, you're going to want to understand where's your retirement income going to come from. So I want to quickly share my slide with you again to bring this particular ideal really home. So I want you to pay attention to this. So it's very important that we understand where your retirement income is going to come from, right? That's really critical when you're trying to see how long your retirement is going to last. Now, what you see before you here on the screen is the three-legged stool. Now, I've talked about this numerous times with my clients, and I've actually did a video on the three-legged stool. And there's problems with this, of course. But when it comes to the three-legged stool, we're talking about your retirement plans, like your 401ks, 403bs, 457bs, your own personal savings and investment in which you're going to be doing for yourself. And then we're also talking about Social Security. So this is really the main aspect of your three-legged stool. Now, what can go wrong with this stool, and what is going wrong with this stool as we see currently? Now, you can have changes in your employment that may affect your retirement plans, right? Now, we see that we had this pandemic that took place, and a lot of people employment was interrupted. Some people were laid off, forced into retirement very early. And so the amount of money that you would thought you would be able to save for retirement has actually now changed. So that can be a shaky part of that three-legged stool. And then let's move on over here to Social Security. Now, we know there are some major issues when it comes to Social Security, right? There is a potential that if nothing changes, that your Social Security benefits may decrease in the future. So it is not even as reliable as we once thought that it would be. And what is that going to do when you have these two major legs of your retirement stool being interrupted? Well, it's going to put more pressure on you and your savings and your investments. So this is going to be more critical for you. And what do we know about savings in America? We know that people do not save enough. As a matter of fact, we've talked about this stat before, that you have 50% of people could not even cover a $400 emergency if it were to happen to them. So we have to be very careful about these three legs of our stool to make sure they're going to be properly in place. The other factor about this too, everyone, is that we have this perception versus reality that is a really critical thing to make note of. 53% of workers expect their 401k plans or their 403b plans to be a major source of income in their retirement. But when the actual studies come down to those who are actually in retirement, only 24% of those retirees say that it's actually a major source. So 53% believe that it will be a major source, and only 24% recognize that it actually is a major source. So let's take a look at the flip side of this perception versus reality. When it comes to Social Security, 36% of retirees expect Social Security to be a major source of their retirement income. But in reality, 67% report that it plays a major role in their retirement. That is why it's so important that you maximize this major retirement income source for you, which is what we help our clients do. So, Andrew, if I were to summarize our lesson for today, when it comes to your retirement money and your retirement situation, there are three primary goals that you have to keep, completely locked in on. And one, when it comes to your money, you have to think about these three things. First and foremost, you got to make sure you have protection guarantees in place. And to make sure that if anything were to happen, market-wise, no matter what it may be, if the market were to come tumbling down, you do have some guarantees in place. The second thing you want to think about is making sure you have some sort of money that's set aside to grow over time, because we know that inflation is real. Heck, look at the price of lumber now, right? So we know inflation is actually a real thing. So you have to have something in place, a mechanism in place to make sure that your money is going to be growing over time. And then the third thing that you must look at is making sure you have a mechanism in place that's going to make sure that your money income is going to continue to last forever too. So you have to have some sort of guaranteed lifetime income in place. So you want to have protection, you want to have growth, and you want to make sure you have lifetime income coming in. And if you can do that, you can have a pretty happy retirement. So I really hope that this educational video gave you some insight into how you can answer those 3 crucial questions about your retirement. Please remember that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and or attorney about your particular situation. Also, if you are looking for a fiduciary financial advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, please click on the link provided in the description below and learn how you can become one of our high value clients. For more information about this topic or any other topics that we discussed in our prior videos, please do not hesitate to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below.
To learn more about our services and how we can help you to increase your chances of not outliving your retirement savings, make sure to click on the link in the description below and sign up for our free Maximizing Your Retirement Income Masterclass. After this video, please check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.